Well. Here we go. It's a hump day. We're giving you another show. Look at that. Look at that. Welcome to the Morning Disaster. Oh, my goodness. What's up, people? What's going on? All right. Still ill. Still. Can you believe I'm still ill?
Dude, you look like shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. And I still feel horrible. I have not been this sick since like 2000. My wife and I were trying to figure. She thinks like maybe 2018.
I don't know, man. I think that might be about right.
I'll tell you what, this is the same time. This happens this time of year. It's happened many times in the month of October before. It always seems to hit me in October, right around. You know what I'm thinking it is? I know it's weird. The flu.
Like an early onset of it or something?
Well, yeah, because I haven't gotten a flu shot or anything yet. And this has happened to me like a bunch of times. I'm always sick right before my birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
In October. And how many times for the baseball playoffs have I been ill?
Quite a bit.
It's when the weather changes and all that stuff. For whatever reason, it always hits me, and it's always the same. Because originally I thought, oh my God, somehow I got COVID. And then I realized, okay, it isn't COVID. I've had this before. There's obviously something that I've got, and it is in my lungs. It's in my lungs, and it's in my head, and my nose, and the throat, and all that stuff. And I've had this before, and this is just, and all I want to do is sleep and feel lousy, and literally, I can't do anything. Walking down the hall to get in here to try to do the show is taking forever. And then when the show's over, all I want to do is sleep. And I'm taking, oh my God, I've got antibiotics. Plus I'm taking, NyQuil, Mucinex, all this different stuff I'm taking, and it's crazy. It's happened before, though. It's happened before. It's been worse. And it's been better. In 2003, was it? Yeah, 2003 or 2004. The year remember the year the Boston Red Sox won?
That would have been 2004, I think.
All right, in 2004, I got it so bad. And also I was listening to a classic disaster episode. And I was so sick. I literally missed almost a week of work. That's how bad I had it. And it was a little bit, it was right around my birthday, which was in October. And it was when the Yankees were leading the Red Sox 3-0, and the Red Sox came back and beat them in the National League Championship, or the American League championship series.
Right.
I had it then. I got it I got it in like 2017. One of it a few years ago, I got it so bad that I had to go to the doctor's office and they had to give me nebulizer treatments for my lungs. You ever had those? You ever had nebulizer treatment, Steve?
Yep.
I mean, those suck.
I just had one the other day.
You had a nebulizer treatment. Why did you have a nebulizer treatment today?
They said I was wheezing, so I'm like, okay, whatever you say.
Dude, I've been wheezing like crazy. Yeah. But I've had a fever and I've just been sick, and so I've got antibiotics to try to get better, and it's obviously an infection. So yeah, it just sucks, and just time is what it's going to take. So everyone, Steve's wheezing. So
Well,
be aware.
Steve's here to make you feel good about not being as sick as him, right, Ray?
Yeah, look at me. Look at me. I'm talking about how sick I've been, the worst I've ever been. Steve's like, oh shit, they gave me that this morning.
Yeah. Just wait till you have a dirty foot, Ray.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me unhook my IV.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I need an IV with some.
You can have mine. I
antibiotics.
tell you what, you can have mine, and I can go home.
So how was your doctor's visit?
It's not.
yesterday,
They
Steve?
canceled. It's not till tomorrow.
Oh,
They were just in
So
here
they-
talking to me, and that's why I was late about what our options are about going home. So
are the options to go home, or are the options a way they're going to keep you, or what?
well, because of the IV. See, it's a crazy thing. I can't do the IV outpatient and have home health do the wound vac, and vice versa. They have to be able to do it. Like if I have home health come until they change my wound vac dressing and all that, they have to be able to be certified to do the IV also. I want them to just take the damn IV out and send me home with oral and be done with it. Take
Okay,
home health.
Well,
But
who doesn't
Steve-
like getting oral?
But Steve,
I like the oral, yeah.
Steve,
But
in all seriousness, you like the TV where you are.
yeah,
You like the food. The food's not bad.
no, the food's not bad. No,
I know you're craving some pizza and some junk food and stuff, but you're losing
Right.
weight in there.
right,
You're getting that great TV.
right.
You're you got it's not horrible staying there.
No, I'm not saying it's horrible. No, I'm not. No, I've been here over a month now. I'm ready to go home. And it's
I
like
know.
when you've been on vacation, eventually you get tired and you want to go home.
Right.
And plus, being on Medicaid, Medicaid only gives you so many days, and they kick your ass out. We're not gonna pay anymore.
So they'll throw you out of the hospital after so
Well,
long.
I don't know if
Are
they'll
you
do that. That's why they're starting to look at options now. My 30 days is up, so now it's starting to look at, what do we do next? What are we gonna do with him next? Oh fuck, take me out and shoot me. I don't care.
So the options are to send you home, but they're just trying to get home health care
Right.
for when you're there.
Exactly. Right.
But to wash your foot
Yeah, to change the dressing on my foot every other day.
to make sure that you're clean. So wait,
wash
you're
it.
telling me the problem is they don't trust you to keep yourself clean?
No. Well, maybe.
Because that's what it sounds. TJ, is that what it sounds like to you? Because that's what it
That's
sounds
what
like
it kind
to
of
me.
sounded like to me. I don't think Steve's got anything to worry about. I don't think anybody's going to go in and steal his Barney Miller collection or anything.
Yeah.
They might.
Yeah.
They might.
You never know, Steve. You could be.
Exactly.
God knows what you got going on.
I mean, on the other hand, do you have renter's insurance?
No.
No.
Well,
Do you have anything to steal?
Yeah.
Oh. The Stice says I volunteer to shoot him if it's for his own good.
Of course he
Very
would.
nice.
Of course he
It's
would.
very nice of you, Stice. Volunteering to shoot Steve.
They might
Yeah.
steal the dirty sock collection as a memorabilia.
Well,
This
Hey.
is what caused him to go in the hospital.
So you have to
I don't
prove
have
to
any
them that,
dirty socks.
you have to prove to them you can clean yourself, and then they'll let you go.
I can clean myself.
Okay. I don't know how it works. Can you change? Can you change a wound vac?
Well, I can't do that. I can't change the dress.
Okay.
I can change the tank. I can't change the dressings.
Why
No.
do you need it? You said it hasn't even been working lately.
It seems to be working. All of a sudden, it's sucking now. It's
Oh, so it's-
promoting health. Promoting healing in my open wound.
Oh, okay. So
Whether it's
is
sucking or not.
the wound
keep-
still has not closed?
Oh hell no! I think it's better because I'm being able to put more weight on it. So, but it's not. It'll be another month or so before it's fully healed, probably or more.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
That's okay. Like you said. It's all good. I mean, I have a problem with being here. It's time to go home for a while. Maybe I can come back later. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they kick you out for a couple days.
Yeah.
They can bring you back.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
man.
good. Rehab center scheduling for a vacation.
And then
Yeah,
we can
speaking of
start the whole
vacation,
process.
How's your
Thank you.
vacation been, TJ?
Man, I had a great time. I went to music festival all weekend. I actually went flying in a powered hang glider over the weekend. I'm going to start taking instruction to fly them.
Wow.
Dude, it was a wild time. Got some fishing in on Saturday morning before we went back up to the music festival.
So you heard what kind of music was it? Was it all country music?
It was country. There was some rock. There was some classic rock. It was a great time. There's this kid that was 17 years old. His name is Lucas Johnson, and he came out. And I mean, you know, here he is with the afro, and he's got this old version, you know, like a Jimi Hendrix style guitar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid sounded like a cross of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and B.B. King. Just amazing. Blew me away.
Good for 17. Good for him. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Steve's got
I
bed sores that are that old.
Dude, I actually think he could give Jamie a run for his money. He's that good.
Wow. I'll be damned. That's awesome. 17-year-old. So you had a good time.
I had a blast. And then Monday morning, I got a call from Spanky, and he said, "Hey, did you hear the news?" And what news is that? Then he told me about Mikey, and I went,
Oh, yeah.
well. But, you know, Mikey was kind of on my mind the whole weekend because that would have been something he would have enjoyed too.
Oh, yeah. Are you still in Texas?
No, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm on
so
my
you're
way
heading-
back
you're heading
now.
Okay. Good for you. Good for you. I think we're gonna cancel. I'm not sure what that noise is, but
Was it me?
I heard Reese's peanut butter cups.
yeah, I did. Did you hear that, Nick? I heard Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah.
Yes,
So I
you
feel
heard
it
correctly. A
Steve.
load of peanut butter for Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah. Where was that over? Was that over your?
Was it me?
Yeah, I'm hauling that back right now.
Oh, that's what you're hauling.
Oh,
Yes.
How much Reese's peanut butter cups are you? Well, man, I'm
It's not
thinking
peanut butter cups. It's just the peanut butter for them. I'm taking them to the factory.
oh,
Oh, wait a minute. You're hauling just the peanut butter for the peanut butter cups.
Correct.
And that's what you figure they would make that bowl all in the same place. You know what I mean?
But this is getting taken into Hershey in Robinson, Illinois,
Yeah.
and that's where they're going to make it at. So
I'll be damned.
And it's about
So you picked it up where?
pounds.
Where did you pick it up from, TJ? Oh, that's TJ's phone screwing up.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was wondering what that was. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cancel. By the way, I'm gonna cancel the fat ass 5K and appearances I was gonna make this weekend. There's no way. I'm not. I can't do anything. Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want to get out of bed today. My alarm went off, and I went. Screw it, and I turned it. I didn't just snooze. I just hit dismiss, and went back to sleep. And then my wife. My wife at like 7:50 whatever, my wife goes to me and says, honey, I think you should just sleep. I think you should just skip the show and sleep. That's what woke me up. My wife telling me that I should skip the show and just sleep is what woke me up. And I went, oh, shit. I looked at the time. I went, oh, shit. I got to wake up and do a show. If she wouldn't have said anything, I'd still be sleeping. I would still be, there's no way I would have woken up. So, yeah, I'm still out of it. I'm going to cancel this weekend's stuff. And I want to go to wrestling too. That's Saturday. They're having that big,
oh yeah,
PWA is having a show. They're having that big Royal Rumble thing.
Yeah, Kevin Nash is going to be there.
Yeah.
2 rings and 60 participants in that Royal Rumble.
And they invited me to go to that, and I wanted to go, but there's just I'm not gonna. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah. I'm still I'm out of it. I can't even. I hope that no one could tell, but I'm still not think. That's the worst part is I'm still not thinking straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sort of,
You'd be like the flu super spreader if you went.
Yeah, I would be. I don't know what I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Yeah. So anyway, fighting this has been a pain in the ass, and oh well. I see. Who was our first in the chat room? Who was the first one in there? Did anybody see who that was? Let's see. Adam. Adam was 1. Diane was 2. Lisa was 3. Psycho Dan 4, and Jamie. Oh, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. What's going on, man? I haven't seen Jamie. I was listening to an old episode of the show from last year, and Jamie was on it. It was the one where Jamie was telling stories about Doran.
Oh God,
It was hysterical. Yeah.
Oh God,
that replay was playing. It was great. Yeah, but I don't know. But oh well. Here we are. How was your day yesterday, Nick? What happened?
Sorry, not much. It was a typical work day, but last night was youth hockey try-ons for our youth team. So it was a bunch of parents and kids trying on equipment.
Well, how did
it was nuts. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Oliver grow any? Is he still the same size as last year?
He's growing.
Yeah.
But it was chaos.
Did your parents try on new clothes? And did you brag about how your clothes were smaller than last year?
No. Because I'm now the equipment manager for our youth hockey team. So I had to drag all the pads, the jerseys, and all that other stuff to the ice rink last night.
Were you finding ways to humble brag, going, oh, well, at least when I was dragging all this equipment, the equipment that I was dragging for myself was much less.
I did.
I'm much smaller. I've dropped.
I did complain that I didn't get a workout in last night.
Yeah. Well, good for you. So the kids like you, the parents like you.
I don't know. It was all the other parents that were dealing with all the parent volunteers that were dealing with the parents. I was the one running back and forth, bringing up equipment and doing whatnot.
Like a Rob says, Nick is hoarding all the cups. I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's not hoarding them.
There was no cups involved.
Okay. Well, the equipment I have for myself is so much smaller because I've lost 6 pounds. Because I'm so attractive now. I can hear.
I've never said that I was attractive.
I can hear the humble brags.
No, he's just better than everybody else.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
can hear the humble brags. I can hear them now. See exactly how that's gonna go. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So I still feel I don't know when I'm gonna get better. It really is. It's so weird because with this pandemic, I've been wearing a mask since shit. I've been wearing a mask since what? May of last year or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we haven't been sick. Like all last year, I wasn't sick at all. And and when you're not sick, it's you notice that you're not sick. And by the way, can I point out, this was not an illness that I caught by being out and not wearing a mask or any of that stuff. No. I caught this from my wife and daughter who went out and got it and then brought it
With
back.
all their travels to
Yes.
Chicago
Yeah.
and
Yes, we're
Texas.
going up. You got to remember, they went up to that Harry Styles concert.
Yep.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, and then brought it back. So I'm not taking credit for getting this illness on my own. And
You're just blaming your wife and daughter.
yes, I'm blaming them.
Oh,
I'm going to blame them. And then, but I told you I think it might have been maybe it was just me and Steve, but that I made my wife make out with me.
I made my wife make out with
well,
me.
yeah. Well, because I could tell she was getting sick. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're getting sick. Give daddy some sugar.
So she was getting sick, and we would go in the bedroom, and I knew in my head, I'm like, okay, don't kiss her. She's. And next thing you know, I was kissing her. I was like, oh man, what am I doing? So I know that's how I got it.
so it's really your fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
Yeah, I know, and I know that's where I got. I know that's where I got sick, was making out with my wife. I should be smarter than that. But it's during the pandemic, I haven't been sick. Oh well.
You're like, I've got super immune system. Come here,
Yeah,
give me some.
and then
sugar.
look, man, I got, and now I haven't felt this sick in a long time. I mean, this really feels horrible. So I can tell you that this is not a good. And I can tell I still got some days left of this. You know what I mean? And I wish it would just hurry up and clear up, but it's not. Like I woke up today. I feel as bad today as I felt Monday.
Wow.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. But that could be a good thing. That could mean you're also at the end.
Well, okay. So Saturday I started feeling pretty crappy. And you guys remember that we did the subscriber show. And I was feeling kind of crappy in the subscriber show. And then I was just a little stuffed. And then by Saturday night I did Weird Frequencies, and I was really feeling like, okay, it was tough to get through that show because it felt like I was having trouble talking and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
You were just drained.
Yeah, and then I ended up doing the show on Saturday, and then Sunday I just slept all day. Literally, I don't remember football or anything. I just remember
Whoa.
being out of it. Okay? And then I remember then Saturday I woke up, or no, Monday I woke up and I couldn't even do the show. I was just out of it. I was done. You know what I mean? And then Tuesday, I woke up feeling a little bit better. Okay, on Tuesday. And I got through the show, which was yesterday was Tuesday, right?
Yep.
See, I can't remember what days it was. So I got through the show, and I feel the same today as I did yesterday, but I don't feel any better. You know what I mean? And
Kathy says you have mono,
maybe she's right. I don't know.
the kissing disease.
But I'll tell you, it's like after yesterday's, like I got through the show and I was like, okay, thank God. And then after the show, I just felt like, I was like, oh my God. And all I did was sit in my recliner and sleep. I mean, I just felt horrible, except when I had to get up and go pee. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to pee the recliner. I was like, oh my God, I got to get up. And so I finally, I went in there and slept, and I finally got up and peed from the recliner, and then went back, and boom, I was asleep again. I was totally out of it yesterday, and I hardly remember yesterday. And then this morning I woke up, and I thought, okay, like when I went to bed last night, I thought, okay, I'm gonna take my NyQuil, I'm gonna take all these pills and all this stuff, and I'll feel better tomorrow. Then I woke up today, and I feel exactly the same. I don't feel any better. That's what sucks. You know what I mean? So this is now what? 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth really, really bad day. And this illness, it started on Saturday, so it's been going on like 5 days. That seems like a little much for me. It usually is. Me being sick is usually a lot shorter turnaround. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's usually a couple days.
Yeah, how long does sickness usually last? Mine's usually a day.
It all depends.
Then
It all depends on the virus
I mean, this one's just kicking my
and
ass.
how your body's fighting it.
Hello, you're on the Morning Disaster.
Good morning, Ray. It's Rob.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Hey, so far, listening to the show, I'll tell you the things I've learned. Number one, I'm glad I don't know where your new house is. I haven't been there yet, so you can't get me sick. And also, if I am sick, I'm not coming to your house because you'll probably want to make out with me. So
Apparently, that's a rule.
I have a runny nose, Ray. You're going to be like, come on over, start sending me creeper texts or something. But also, on another subject, the other day I posted on the Mikey Austin group thing that we were all in. And the first time I ever met that dude was at an Itchy Pickles concert at, I think it was the Sweet Corn Festival, I think, if I think. But it was when your guitar player's window got shot out.
Oh, that was at the Sangamon County Fair.
Fair, yeah, okay. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one it was. I was pretty inebriated. But I remember we went back. I don't know how the hell I got behind the stage where I was standing right next to the dude's truck when he was all pissed off. And I remember meeting Mikey. That was the first time I ever met him. He's like, yeah, it's a really bad deal. And I gave him $100. And I said, you know what? If he'll go back on, I'll give him $100 to help pay for his window. And I remember Mikey, every time I talked to him or every time I messaged him, I mean, he was always like, yeah, I remember that. That was so cool. You doing it. I mean, he was but that was the first time I ever met Mikey. And ever since then, and I bet I've only seen him, I'd only seen him maybe 3 times in person since then. And he was still just the nicest guy to me about that, you know? So, but that was the first time I met him, and he was super cool to me. I mean, he was ushering me back up front because I was pretty drunk, but you know, whatever. But I mean, that was a pretty bad deal. But I remember I gave him $100 to get his window replaced because he was going to quit.
Wasn't that the same night that they tossed Michelle into the crowd? And
yes,
yeah, that was the same night.
And that was the same night my buddy got thrown out because he was wearing I I don't know hockey, but your buddy was wearing a Blues
Yeah,
jersey.
our bass player.
And my and my buddy was wearing like an Arizona one or something like that, and kept yelling at him, and they threw him out.
Yeah.
And he was like, he goes, "Are you guys going to take me home?" I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not taking you home. You're asking to walk, man. I'm still having fun."
Our bass player would wear a Blues jersey. Do you know what happened? We ever talk about what happened there?
No,
A guy was shooting at me.
see, I don't remember how it got. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was pretty drunk. I don't remember hearing anything.
Some guys were driving. I can't remember the name of the street. There's a street in New Berlin, and we were, and a truck was driving by, and I was standing right there near the window. And this is what the police said. They said he was shooting at someone in your band, and who was the one to the window? And they said Ray was right there, and they said you must have. Coincidentally, you must have moved at the right time. It didn't hit you. It went to the window.
I mean,
So
shit, if you don't like the music, you don't have to shoot somebody over it.
Which is weird. Yeah, but I do remember Mikey giving him money to pay for the window, so I didn't know you were the one that gave it to him. That's cool.
Yeah, because I was sitting there because I remember he was pissed, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, I mean, he was like, "I'm not playing. I'm done." I'm like, "Oh man, I'm drunk. Come on, I spent a lot of money. Let's have some fun," you know. And so I was sitting there, and I remember Mikey's like, "Man, you got to go back up front." And I was like, "All right." And I gave him $100. And he's like, "What's this for?" I was like, "Oh man, I'll help pay for it. You know, I know it doesn't fix all of it, but you know, I got $160, and I'm spending another $60 on alcohol." And I did too. That was a bad night. But
it wasn't a bullet. It was a pellet or something.
like a pellet gun,
Yeah, because the cop said, he goes, it wouldn't have killed you.
but it damn sure would have hurt.
It would have given you a big welt. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was freaked out by it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you're right.
I mean-
we went on and did an encore after the shooting happened,
Yep.
which was
I mean,
crazy.
But that was the first night I met Mikey, and he was just decent to me every time I ever talked to him, messaged him, anything. He was always so sweet and and cool to me. So
Mikey was awesome. Those were good days.
He was pretty fun. But I remember when he was ushering me back up front, he was sitting there like, "Man, you got to go up front." I'm like, "Dude, hold on, I can't walk that fast." He's like, "You want me to help you?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I can walk. I just can't go that fast."
When he was in the Itchy Pickles, those were really good times.
I'll bet.
They were a lot of fun. Because
he was ushering me back up front, and like I said, I was walking like an Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was pretty shit-faced. I had no reason to spend $60 more on alcohol. I mean, I did. I'm no quitter. I still had money in my pocket, but there was no reason at that, and that was right at the end of the Itchy Pickle show when that happened.
Yeah, it was right before the encore.
Yeah, and I remember I was sitting there, and somebody told me like, "Hey, are you driving?" I'm like, I can't even navigate to my car. I don't even know where my car is at. And somebody drove us home. I don't know who drove us home. Have no clue. Still to this day, and that's been what, 20 some years.
And were you living in Jacksonville at the time?
Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody drove us home. I don't know how they got home. I could have been child trafficked back then when I wouldn't have known it. But I mean, it was me and my cousin and his wife, and then we had our buddy Dave, who's the one who got tossed out. And I don't know how he got home.
Crazy.
But yeah, it was a fun night. But like I said, that's how I met Mikey. So I'll miss the guy no matter what. Even though I wasn't, super close to him, I'll miss the guy. He was a real decent guy.
Yeah, Mikey was good people. Those are
all right. Well, you people have a good day. I got to go into work now and try to earn a living for our governor.
Later, buddy.
Later.
Yeah, those are good years when Mikey played with the Pickles. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a good time. Oh, it was great. Yeah, and then the police telling me that they were shooting
Here's
at
Lyrica. And they said, I talked to Melissa. We have to check the OT therapy schedule.
Oh, he turned it off. Damn.
Nurse just interrupted.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be something embarrassing. When it's about the anus or the crotch, it gets really embarrassing. When he leaves the phone on.
Well, and then he's left the phone on during other things too.
Yeah. Was that a subscriber show or a,
Yes, it was.
when he left? All right. For
Yeah.
those of you people who don't subscribe, this is why you should subscribe to the Patreon show. We were doing a show a couple weeks ago, and Steve left his mic on, and then he ends up taking a dump. And then he has to call them in to come look at it. That was during a subscriber show. See, this is what the subscribers get that the free listeners don't get.
I don't know if that's a selling point to subscribe.
Well, I'll tell you, free listeners, I love you, but you miss some good stuff, man. You miss good stuff. Oh well. Let's see. We have I had more stories I was going to tell, and I can't. My mind is so not working. Oh, I was reading some of the chat room. Here's some of the stuff they were saying. They were saying Ray has mono. Dr. Kathy diagnosed him. Then they said, Ray, go to the doctor. You could find out what it is or rule out what it's not. And she was saying that I should get if it's flu, they could check me out and then give me Teraflu for the flu. And then Brent says, sickness lasts a few days. Cancer, that takes a while. Thank you. And then Pete says,
Brent.
sometimes illnesses last the rest of your life. Thank you, Pete. Thank you too for the uplifting words. Thanks to two of you guys. Then the Phantom Shitters Prune Juice Challenge episode is where that happened, is what Adam says. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
If anybody, like if a new subscriber signs on today and you want to find it, go back and find the Prune Juice Challenge episode. That's the one where Steve ends up going taking a dump in the middle of the show with his mic.
Phantom Shitter drank all the prune juice. Steve took the dump. How does that work? That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
Leave it to Steve. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's ready. You could tell. You could tell he's ready to get the hell out of there.
I'm bored as fuck.
Well, did you watch the baseball game last night?
Yes, I did. It was good. That was a good game.
I watched it. I haven't made a bet. By the way, I haven't made a bet in since Friday. And you guys know me. I love to gamble. I love it.
Yeah, you do.
However, dude, I'm going to tell you something. I made a bet last night. I was out of it, but I'm like, I'm going to make one bet. Would you like to guess what bet I made?
Had to be on a baseball game.
Yeah. Here's the bet I made. Giancarlo Stanton to hit a home run for the Yankees. And I was going to make two bets. The other bet I was going to make was Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run, and I didn't. But I bet Giancarlo Stanton would hit a home run. By the way, the Yankees scored 2 runs last night. There was an Anthony Rizzo home run and a Giancarlo Stanton home run. So the bet I made last night hit. So how about that, huh? So I've made one bet in the last few days. So I'm up. Maybe if I got sick all the time, I'd be up all the time.
Save that for your haircut.
Yeah.
I know. I need to look at. Dude, my hair is so bad. Look at how bad my hair is. It's so bad. My hair is horrible. I feel, but I can't go anywhere. You know what I mean? I've got to. Is there any kind of hair places you call it? They come to your house and do it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, I would love to bring somebody to my home to cut my hair. That'd be cool. I'd pay for that.
Nobody wants to go to your home right now. You're sick.
Exactly. Your home is dirty now.
I'll wear a mask.
You have germs all over your house.
Be like going to Steve's house right now. Nobody wants to go there. You're sick.
Steve's not in it. There's probably a bunch of people. I told, Nikki had those people that she knew that were living in a tent.
Right.
I said, have him go live in Steve's house. He's not there.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he paid the rent already.
Yeah, they can go live in his house.
Howard been paid.
Yeah. See, by the way, Nate wants to know if Poop Steve was as funny as Morphine Steve.
No.
I thought Poop Steve was pretty funny. So, yeah.
Not as funny as Morphine Steve.
Yeah. Adam says, I think Nick's having another twisted tea.
No,
No, but he's drinking. What are you drinking all those energy drinks for?
it's my coffee.
By the way, still no Best of Springfield vote. That vote won't get over till the end of the month, by the way. Or the voting's done, but they're tabulating votes, I guess. So,
Are we going to get the cyber ninjas to come in and recount for us?
yeah, if we lose, we're going to be like Trump and call for the
It
cyber
was stolen.
ninjas. If we'll accuse whoever wins of stealing the election.
Storm the IT offices.
That'll be. Yeah.
And then after all is said and done, Steve will get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steve's still going to get it.
Steve's gonna get it. Sorry, Steve. If we don't win, you're getting it. We've said it.
yeah, can't wait.
I mean, I can't lie. If I don't get rid of Steve, people will be calling me a liar. What am I gonna do? Oh well. Just saying. If the K-pop people win, it'll all be Steve's fault. Trust me.
It would be
Because-
Jason's fault.
Because he pooped right during the vote. Right during the vote, he went and pooped during the show.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
what kind of sick bastard does that?
Steve.
Yeah. What kind of sick freak? What kind of sick freak decides he's going to do that during a vote? Good Lord. What's wrong with him? I mean, heavens to Murgatroyd. What's wrong with you, Steve? By the way, our show is brought to you by our friends at Core Installation 741-1079 and Recon Text. Call 670-1132. That's 670-1132. Let them detail your car. And they're doing more than detailing. They're even doing some other things now. They're buffing out scratches and stuff. If somebody has like a scratch in their car, you take it over there and let them buff it out. They're doing services like that and more at Recon Text. It's Recon Text on the corner of 9th or 8th and Black. Recon Text. And Just Beds, the Yawn Exterminators at 3120 Montvale Drive in Springfield. Just Beds. Get yourself a comfortable mattress and get it delivered to your house. They set it up. They take out your old mattress. They take care of you the way you should be taken care of, and they give you a comfortable night's sleep, which we can all use every night. You feel so much better when you get good sleep. I got to tell you, I've been sleeping really good while I've been sick. You know what I mean? I've been sleeping good because that's all I do is sleep. What's too much sleep? Does it seem like does like 18 hours a day seem like too much sleep?
Yeah. That's
I
a
can
little.
go for that.
Yeah. That seems like too much. It seems like I should have more like there should be more awake time during the day for me.
There should be, but sometimes you need 18 hours of sleep.
It's unbelievable. I gotta tell you, man, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable how sick. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that I still feel sick. I honestly, last night I thought this was the last day of it. Tomorrow I'll feel better, and I'm telling you, I just don't. So I'm trying. I'm just not. I hope the show's not terrible. I mean, Nick, you tell me, right?
No, yeah.
So you're saying that since you've been sick, you've adopted Nikki's sleeping habits.
Essentially, yeah.
By the way, Nikki actually showed up. Was she on yesterday?
Yes.
She showed up for a little bit on one of the shows. And then she went right back to missing the show and sleeping in. Freaking Nikki. I should go back and listen to. We should go back and listen to every show since the pandemic started.
And find out how many times she's been on.
Yeah, I literally. I mean, it's been how many shows have we done since? It's been 100 and that's been more than 100. We've done every day since April. This show started April 2nd?
Yeah.
I think is when we started doing the show every day. And I'd be willing to guess how many shows she's been on. I bet it's less than 100. And there have been like 300 shows or something. 200 some odd shows since we started. Yeah, it would have to be. And I'd probably pick the 100. I'd probably pick under for her being on. Because she hasn't been on she misses every day. And she's not even sick. She's lazy. Lazicky.
She's so tired.
That's what I used to call her when she used to intern for me back in like 97, 98. Her nickname was Lazicky. Because even then, this is when she was in college or right out of college or whatever, when she interned for me, she was late all the time. Like Rocky and all the other interns would be in really early, and then she would stroll in. And so that's when I started calling her Lazicky. And she's still, it's, by the way, still the same, qualities that she had when she was 18, she's got now. Good old Lazicky. Oh, well. Psycho Dan says, Nikki has been on less than a dozen times since he became a regular listener. Yeah, I would absolutely. Absolutely. So since you've been tuning into the show every day, she's been on less than a dozen times. Yeah. And she got mad because I removed her from the artwork for the show. And I added Steve. She goes, well, you put Steve up there. And I'm like, well, he's on the show every day. So why wouldn't I put Steve on the artwork?
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's on there. And I go, well, he's on the show. Putting her on would be false advertising. Of course, I have Sean Balint, who I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Sean Balint demands to be on the artwork. So somehow Sean ends up on the artwork for the show. Because the original agreement I had with him was the artwork. He would be on the artwork. However, the original agreement with Sean after when I was fired from WMAY and we started doing the show daily, the original agreement with Sean was that he would be on the artwork, and Halloween time Sandy would be on the. He loves to mention that Sandy. I'll tell you, he's looking for an excuse. He's looking for an excuse to dress as Sandy. His fascination with cross-dressing.
Exactly. Yeah, you must have some fascination with it.
Yeah. He was texting with me yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, thank God we don't have a studio show. I couldn't imagine the things you guys would be having me do." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, if we were still doing a show like the Daily Disaster, we do the Daily Disaster." He goes, "But yeah, back in the studio." He goes, "I couldn't imagine the things you'd be doing. You'd probably have me put on a thong. You'd probably have me try on different bras. You'd probably have me going topless." You know what I mean? Like he was, and I was like, no, that's not that's not what I'd be doing at all. He would be, "Oh, the things you guys would have me do, you would probably have me doing." He was bringing up all these different things we could do as Sandy, but he was bringing them up on the guise of, these are the things that I would make him do. Like, for example, I'm going to read, this is the actual text, okay? I said, "What are you talking about? Are you talking about Sandy wearing thongs, doing beef shots, going topless?" He goes, "Oh, here's one. Butt plug of the month." That was his suggestion to me, was that we would do butt plug of the month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, if every day around Halloween we would have him dress in a different outfit and come in as Sandy, you're goddamn right I'd do butt plug of the month. Absolutely. I'll tell you, absolutely. I'd do butt plug of the month for Christmas, not just Halloween. You give me any time of year. Sandy's favorite butt plugs for Christmas. We could still do that one. I mean, that would be great. Yeah, like pizza. Sounds like he's making suggestions. Yeah, absolutely. That'd have to do with him dressing like Sandy and picking his favorite butt plugs. That would be fantastic.
It doesn't sound like fun to me.
Oh, come on, Steve. You'd love it. If we had Sean come on every day dressed as Sandy and giving us.
Yeah, if Sean is the only one that had to do it, as long as I didn't have to do it.
What's your cross-dresser name? Do you have a name?
Only if they wipe my butt first.
Well, he's done it so much in his life. There's a name. When I say Sandy Balint, you all think of Sean wearing that wig.
Yeah.
You all think of it. And I'm saying, if we had an episode where Sean comes out dressed as Sandy, and Sandy would be either blonde or redheaded, or, he had different wigs. If he comes out and gives a review of the butt plug he tried last night, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That would be fantastic. Yeah, we'd get a sponsor for that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Adam said, be sponsored by Patricia. Is Patricia's the name of the store that sells, is that the store that sells butt plugs?
I don't know.
I know we've got
the one in Decatur is called Romantics in Decatur.
You know where you can buy a good butt plug in Decatur?
At Romantics, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Christina says yes. It is Patricia's. By the way, speaking of Christina,
So the butt plug of the month would
Yeah.
have just the name of the month on the base. So that way,
well, in the beginning,
it's like, oh, it's October, so we're going to have pumpkins and
Orange and black.
candy corn,
Ooh, yeah,
it'd
candy
be
corn.
a
red and
witch's
white.
hat.
It'd be red and white striped for Christmas, like a peppermint.
I'd sign up for that.
Yeah. Think about it. By the way, I want to plug.
Speaking of plug,
Not with the plug, but I want to thank Christina, who yesterday brought by. She brought. I was talking about that Vapo Rub stuff,
Yeah.
and I was out of it. She was in town yesterday, and she went over to my house. She sent me a text and said, "Hey, give me your address," and so I give it to her, and she put on my porch some Vapo Rub, and my wife comes home for lunch and she goes, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "We have eggs." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "We have farm fresh eggs. We have farm fresh eggs on the porch." And I was like, "Oh, well, Christina must have come by." She goes, "Oh my God. Oh yeah. And there's also Vapo Rub." And so my wife was so excited because we had these farm fresh eggs, and plus I got my my rub that were brought over yesterday thanks to Christina, and I thank her so much. My wife goes, I go, "Hey," I said, "Do you want to know the coolest part about those eggs?" I go, "We don't have to put them in the fridge. Those farm fresh eggs, guys, you can sit out for a while. You don't have to."
Right.
And then my wife goes, "What happens if we put them in the fridge?" And I go, I said, "We don't have to." She goes, "What happens if we do?" And I go, "I don't know why we would put them in there. We don't have to. So I'm not sure why you would put them in the fridge." I said, "But I'm sure they'd be fine, And the reason, and Chrissy, correct me if I'm wrong, is farm fresh eggs have a hard, like the shells are, there's a coating or whatever, you know what I
Right.
mean? Which protects the, it protects the, the yolk and stuff. And so I told my wife, I said, "You don't have to put them in the fridge." My wife goes, she goes, "Well, I'm going to put them in the fridge." And I go, "Well, we don't have to." And she goes, "It just wouldn't feel right." My wife goes, "It just wouldn't feel right to grab an egg from the counter and not the fridge." In which I told my wife, I go, you're just weird. You're just strange." So, and then she was like, she goes, "I don't want to ruin them by putting them in the fridge." I go, "I'm sure you're not going to ruin them. It's just you don't have to do it. So why would you take up space in the fridge when you don't have to?" But that was a whole conversation we had while I was sick, and rather than caring about me being sick, she would rather argue with me about eggs. So, and by the way, Christina says they're fine if you put them in the fridge. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. They'd be fine. They have a coating called the bloom that's on a farm fresh egg. As long as the bloom's on, the egg is fine, So yesterday, for lunch yesterday, my wife made me some spicy chorizo and eggs to sort of clear up my, like eat some spicy food to sort of clear up my sinuses. So yesterday for lunch, I had a Mucinex and a Mucinex, an antibiotic, a cup of hot chocolate, and some spicy chorizo and eggs made with the farm fresh eggs that are a dark I mean, they're gorgeous. A dark yellow, and they taste amazing. Amazing. So Christina, thank you so much for those eggs. They're fantastic. They really are. If you guys have never had the farm fresh eggs, they're amazing. Well, I asked, like, what can you, when you bake with those, and when you bake with them, are they, does it turn out better? Or any, give me some other tips of what to do other than regular scrambled eggs, which I love, or regular fried eggs, which I love. But I'm saying,
I just think you could probably do anything with them. They just would probably be richer because they're more yellow.
Is there more protein in them? What do you think, Steve?
I don't know.
More protein or less protein in the farm fresh eggs?
Probably more.
Right? Yeah. Oh, Christina says if I bake with the duck eggs, there you go. That might be the plan, to bake with those duck eggs. Good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster. Hello.
Hey, Ray. This is Chad, Christina's husband.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm glad you got your eggs.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening to the show. But you don't have to put them in the fridge. But once you wash them, you'll want to put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
Because then you wash that membrane off.
So I was trying to explain it to my wife, but my wife said she has problems eating eggs that aren't in the fridge. And I was telling her we didn't have to put them in there. And she was like, well, I just feel better if they're in the fridge. And I just kept saying, I don't understand why you want to put them in the fridge. When you don't have to.
Right.
Which I know is.
That took me a minute to get adjusted to too. But yeah, because once you're getting ready to eat them, you just wash them off, crack them open, and eat them. They were really good, Chad. They were really good, man. I'm telling you. Good.
They were.
I'm glad you liked them. And anytime, I don't know, did she bring you any duck eggs yesterday?
She said that there's duck eggs in there. I haven't seen the eggs. I've eaten them.
The duck eggs feel different than the chicken eggs.
Oh, awesome.
When you they're a little bit big. Some of them are a little bigger, but when you grab them, you'll be able to tell there's a texture that the regular eggs don't have. One will be with a little texture, and the other one will be smooth. She's
saying to bake with the duck eggs.
Yes.
So next time we bake anything,
yes,
I'll say put the duck eggs in. That would be awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It was very nice of you guys.
Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime you want any, all you gotta do is just let us know.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, man. How many hens do you guys have, or how many?
We have 6 roosters and roughly 50 to 60 hens.
So how many eggs do they lay? Is it a day, or like how often do they?
Yeah, every day we get you can get anywhere from a half a dozen to 2 dozen.
That's awesome.
It all depends on how the chickens feel.
Dude, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
But the ducks are all laying 1 egg per duck. We've got 16, and about half and half on female to male ratio, and each one of them is laying an egg a day.
So with duck eggs, they like, I'm trying to understand. You could eat those regular, just scrambled. Do they taste the same, or what's the difference between duck and chicken eggs?
My personal opinion on that is, I think the duck eggs have they're a little bit thicker. When you scramble them up, they're a little bit thicker and more golden, and have just the flavor's about the same, but they're just thicker. I don't know if that makes sense.
And the same amount of protein or more protein or what?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. They have a little more than a regular chicken egg.
that's awesome. No, I love it. I really appreciate it, dude. I wonder, it's wonderful, and I thank you guys so much.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I mean, if you make it out there to the Halloween party, you know, you'll be able to go out to the barn and take a look around and see what we got going on.
That'd be cool. That would definitely be cool, and I definitely want to go out there for that. Let's hope I feel better by then.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had a bunch of baby rabbits born.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah.
That there's a.
Well, we had more yesterday.
It's
I don't know if those were the ones she posted or not, but we've had 2 litters in about a week and a half.
There's a lot of baby bunnies and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
You guys got a full-fledged farm out there. That's fantastic.
Yep.
That's great.
And and then I also got a full-time job too. So
So she's the one who has to go out and get the eggs every day?
she takes care of the farm 95% of the time,
That's awesome.
and I help her out whenever I can.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Well,
All right,
I
well-
appreciate it.
Yep. Anytime, just let us know.
Take care, Chad.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. What do you think, Steve? You want to try duck egg?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nick, a lot of protein in the duck eggs.
I'm down for that.
I know you like the protein. It's weird. It's 2021. And Christina's in the chat room going, well, one of my pigs escaped this morning. That's a normal thing, I guess. One of my pigs escaped. I mean, good Lord. Where do they go when they escape?
Wherever they
The market. Go to have roast beef. Some go to have none. Some go wee all the way home.
Yeah, so the pig just escapes. Do you find it? What happens to the what happens to the pig?
it gets turned into bacon.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I can't believe stuff like that still goes on. Oh well. Yeah, but the eggs are really good. So I wanted to thank her. Thanks for bringing those eggs by. That's awesome. That's they're fantastic. So, and I will eat some. I'll eat eggs again today.
Good for you. I eat them every day.
I want to have an omelet, but I can't taste anything. You know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
However, I did taste the spicy chorizo, and the eggs were really good yesterday. So maybe I'll have more of that today. And it did. The spiciness did clear up my sinuses a little bit. You know what I mean? I could breathe a little bit out of it. You know.
You need to go get you a big head of wasabi.
You need what?
Big head of wasabi.
The
If you're doing a chorizo omelet, you need to put some pico de gallo on with it.
Yeah. Okay.
no, that's it was good. It was there's regular chorizo, and then there's a spicy chorizo. My wife accidentally bought some spicy, but I'm telling you, it tastes good. It's delish, and it cleaned out those sinuses, man. So I can because right now, listen, right now I have half a nostril that's working.
Sounds like Steve's microphone.
It sounds like Jason's on with us. Yeah. It sounds like Jason breathing.
Sounds like you might need Steve's sucking scene there for your nose.
Yep. Oh well. By the way, Jason would be so angry.
No.
Yeah,
He will be later.
You know, he'll be crying. He'll be bitching later, and he'll be reminding me that how how insensitive that.
You're eventually going to make him angry enough that he's going to be like, you know what? Next time, push your own effing wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because during one of the subscriber shows, he was talking about what he gets angry about the most, making fun of him for his breathing into the microphones during the show, or one of the things that he gets angry about. But he does sound like, that's why I immediately thought of him when I did it. So I know it's going to make him angry, but
I always wind up going,
This
why do
presentation.
I keep hearing static? Where's the static coming from? I'm breathing. Oh, well, that explains it.
it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what to tell him, but he does breathe all the time into the microphone, of which I know he's going to bitch about. I know he's going to bitch about us.
Let's go help people customize and save.
He's going to bitch about us talking about this, but it's true. That's what he does. He'll sit there and,
Read that snot.
yeah, very loudly.
Surrounded by.
I'm trying to find the diabetes song. Hold on, I can't. I'm not moving that. I'm just not moving that fast. So forgive me. Forgive me, everyone. The joke will make more sense.
Diabetes.
There we go.
Diabetes.
It took a long time to find that. Took a long time. Oh well, there we go. At least I found it. Oh well. All right, what else do I want to get to? It's almost 9:30. Not bad, because I told myself I'd do like an hour today. What do you think? We're heading at almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I've actually got,
Things are getting back to normal then.
I got longer through a show than,
Yeah.
yeah. At least I got through the show more than I thought I would, or quicker than I thought I would. But I still feel so lousy. It's unbelievable. By the way, I'm not going to be at the Fat Ass 5K this weekend. Originally, we were going to make an appearance at the Fat Ass 5K. There's no way. There's just I don't see that happening. It's Saturday, and I don't think I'll feel any better to go. So, which sucked, because that's one of the funnest times of the year. Is that Fat Ass 5K, and they're bringing it back this year, and they're doing it now instead. They usually do it in May. I think it's May when they usually do it. They're doing it in October. Does that make any sense? It's usually earlier in the year, but they're moving it to now. But yeah, I can't be part of it. I'm just too too out of it. Like I can't even keep my mind straight now. So I don't know. And the whole thing is, that's when I sit on the corner, and when the people run, and I crack wise with people. If anybody has ever been to the Fat Ass 5K, you make that second turn or whatever, and I'm right there usually, and I just poke fun at people. When they run by, I go, oh well, look at this one, And by the way, it's ironic because here I am, a big fat ass who's not even doing it myself.
Right.
And I'm making fat jokes and other jokes about people as they run by. But it's, you know, I try to use whatever quick wit I have left. And by the way, when I'm sick, I have none. So, and it would just be so hard to get out there. So now so I got to cancel this Saturday. So I'm not going to be in the Fat Ass 5K, which sucks. And I appreciated them asking because I'm not on a radio station anymore, and they still asked.
Right.
And I thought
Maybe they know something we don't know about some contest results.
I don't know. They asked a while. They asked like a month ago, but you know, it was still.
My statement still stands.
It was really cool. You know, to be asked because I know that other radio stations were trying to get into this. You know what I mean? And so now I'm going to have to cancel on them because there's no way I'll feel better to do it. So anyway, Adam says, Ray's body says he's going to make us do work. Ray's immune system says, oh, I got this. And Ray gets sick. Thank you, Adam. Oh, well. Karen says that she goes, she had something like this a few years ago. Not the flu, but it still kicked her butt. Took weeks to feel normal. Oh, thank you. Because I can't go. I can't take weeks to get, you know what I mean? Says Ray's telling us that he sits on the corner and heckles people that are just trying to better themselves. And then he tells us that he's not with it enough to even do that. Ray and Nick should do it together. It's natural for Nick to feel superior.
If I would have gotten a heads up on it, I would be there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta cancel it, guys.
Yelling at people to make car sounds, they'll go faster.
It was gonna be me and Jason. There's no way.
Or you should make Jason run and push you in the wheelchair.
Push me in the wheelchair as I go around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I thank him so much for asking, but I'm too sick. It would have been great for the show.
Oh yeah.
It would have really been great, but I can't do it, man. There's no way. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
With 4 minutes left of the show.
Yeah, they're Sandy Bellit.
Might as well play the music.
Now with today's butt plug review.
Now to give us insight on October's butt plug.
Masterpiece Theater.
On the butt plug of the week for October 6th.
Which lube goes great with a pumpkin spice butt plug?
Well,
pumpkin spice plug.
Oh God!
Fall has arrived.
Something from Starbucks, right?
Look who joined us. Unbelievable. By the way, still hasn't said anything.
No, is that working? Testing.
Yes, we hear you fine.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I thought I'd say hi to everybody and say how you're all doing.
Diabetes.
How are you?
No, living. Just I know I'm a little day late and a dollar short, but
yeah.
Shout out to Mikey, man. Hope I'm not changing the subject too much, but it really blows me away. He was a guy who kind of hung with his guys, and I spent a lot more time with him, I guess, in phase 1 of the disaster for me anyway, before I left and came back, and hung out with him quite a bit second time around, but I didn't realize just how he became this quote unquote man of the people. How he built so many connections beyond the disaster realm, and there are people like
Well, dude,
talking
I
about
put it
about Mikey, who I never would have imagined were connected to Mikey.
The I put a little bit in Facebook, but the thing with Mikey, and it was amazing. He was a guy who worked at Best Buy. Okay. He was a guy. This is honest to God. This is how he got on the Morning Disaster. Have I told the story about how he got on?
No.
All right. This literally is how he got on the Morning Disaster. Jim the photographer and I were doing the show, and Jimmy would go to Best Buy and go to buy stuff. And so he was there and he was cheap. So Jimmy would go around to the Best Buy employees and say, "Hey, who's going to give me that employee discount?" And Mikey was a guy working there. And he said, "You can use my employee discount if you want." Okay. And so he let Jim use his employee discount. Right? And that's how we got to know him. And then when I bailed Bodine out of jail and he went to live with me, I said, "You got to get a job." And Mikey hired him at Best Buy. So that's literally how he came into the show. He let Jim use his Best Buy discount, and he gave Bodine a job at Best Buy. That's how he joined the show. And he went from that to, and he was only on the show a couple days a week, and he ended up going full time at the radio station, and ended up moving into a management position. And he became a full-time concert promoter and all that stuff. I mean, the guy he started as, a guy who was on occasionally so many times a week, and he ended up moving up into the upper echelon of the radio station. So it really was an interesting career that he had. Which I thought that was fascinating. So yeah, he touched a lot. And then when he left radio, he went to work for the state. So, Mikey had he was involved in many things. So yeah, and it's a big loss. It's a big loss.
Well, and I know for that live music scene, this has probably been said, but I mean, there was an implosion. All of a sudden, they didn't have the venues, the smoking ban, DUI limit going down. Not that I'm against tougher, sanctions on DUI. Although I would have maybe just said, you know what, we're going to make it harder on the 1-0 people. But that's semantics. But regardless, you know how different things were, because in the 90s we had the atriums, we had all these big venues, and they all went away. And to keep live music going, it really it took some inventiveness. And there are acts who probably wouldn't be together.
Well, I know when
found little nooks and crannies and kept some bands going.
Mikey played. He was one of the members of the Itchy Pickles. And then he left the band in the early 2000s. He left the band to become the manager of the band. And by the way, we went from making triple digits a show. We'd make like $600-700 a show. And then when Mikey started managing us, we started making 4 figures on up a show. So I'm just saying, for the Itchy Pickles, it made a huge difference. You know what I mean? In what we were paid, because he was unafraid to ask bar owners. He go, well, if you're gonna get Ray Lytle's band, it's gonna be at least $1,000. And I couldn't ask that. You know what I mean? I couldn't ask the bars for that much money. No, Mikey is the one who had the balls to go up and say, well, it's going to cost you $1,200 for him to set foot in the door. And that's when we were doing, like, we were playing in Springfield, Peoria, Bloomington, LaSalle, all over the state. He was the one who asked for that money. So, you know, and that's in. He was the one who made sure all that stuff was happening. So, I just wanted to mention that. I see your camera's blurring out now.
Well,
You jump on for 2 minutes.
well, I saw comments about how disturbingly messy my situation is, so I was trying to hide it, but I guess that's not going to work out. Yeah, I'm from Anonymous. I'm from a secret location.
Well, there you go. A nice long appearance from Sean Bullitt today. Thank you, Sean.
Zuckerberg.
I love the commitment.
Thanks to my co-host Sean Bullitt
Oh, you're absolutely welcome.
and Nick, Steve, and TJ.
I came in to face one batter in the ninth before the closer.
Literally, he was on the show for
Knockout.
5 minutes. He did 5 minutes. Unbelievable. Oh. You know what else Sandy could do is butt plug the butt. All right.
Yeah, move that to QVC. Hi, folks. You can have this on Easy Pay.
We'll be back tomorrow. Somehow we're supposed to do 2 shows
Our
tomorrow.
Our daily
How the hell
special.
are you going to pull that off?
Dude, I don't know. I have no idea. All right. Thank you to Nick for the sexiness.
He's got it down.
And thanks to Sean for nothing.
It sounds like one of my ex-girlfriends.
We'll talk to you guys. We'll see you
Thanks,
guys
Sean, for
tomorrow.
absolutely nothing.
So long, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
My new guy's much better.